Hey there, Cheesemeisters. Welcome back to the Peach Pod. I'm Jeff. I'm sorry. That would have been There Goes My Baby by the Drifters. That's playing in the Peach Pit when Saul is doing his card trick. I'm hoping that you saw that scene and they didn't just edit it out.
I did.
Okay. Just kidding. It was Dry Me by Jamie Walters. He played that on the porch of the beach apartment later.
Oh, they cut that out.
Yeah, I know they did. You don't get to hear all of the joy of Ray Pruitt singing.
I know, it's sad.
Yeah, it was did they cut the whole scene out?
Oh yeah, there's nothing on the porch.
So are you under the impression that Ray will never play at the Peach Pit after dark because of his protestations, or did you see him saying that he had stage fright and Donna would help him?
What?
This is why cutting scenes out because of Ray Pruitt singing is stupid.
I mean, it's funny. I laugh at the stage fright, and I'm also like, you also suffer from performance anxiety now. Shut up.
Yeah.
I guess I'm laughing more like the scene and also like, buddy. Anyway, yeah, no, I missed all of that. But I still have a feeling he's gonna get talked into. With all that gone, I'm like, you're still gonna play. I know it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's important that we cover all of that. My name is Jeff, and I am the renegade poet of our times. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my co-host.
I'm Leslie, and I don't want to have to look at your smug face again.
Wait, who's smug? Whose face was smug? I've totally forgotten this week.
Steve, come on.
Oh, what? But who called him smug? I mean, everybody could.
The manager of the nursing home, I assume.
Oh, yeah, the one who's like, let him die, but don't make it hard.
He just had messages. He didn't have any clarification. He just had like,
no,
I'm so sick of you kids paying off or getting your parents to write you off and not having to do all this. And I'm like, you can say no.
Right, but also, give me the cash.
And then like,
give me
hey,
the loot.
Don't get interested in these people. You're not going to be able to get anything done.
That's right. We have bedpans to clean and so forth. I wanted to look up the actor who played that guy because I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, and I just have to place him.
Yep.
He was in the Avengers. He played the old German man who remember when Loki comes down and wants everybody to kneel, and there's a guy who stands up and he's like, "We did this once before. Fuck yourself." And then Captain America shows up.
Oh, it's somewhere in the recesses of my brain.
There's been a couple of Marvel movies since then, so I understand.
Yeah.
It's easy to have forgotten, but I remember him pretty vividly from that. This week, Cheesemeisters, we were talking about season 5, episode 16, Sentenced to Life. Original air date, January 4th, 1995. It's a new year, y'all. But we're faced with the same old questions. Did Leslie throw up in her mouth or throw something this episode?
I wanted to throw something when they had Milton Berle sitting right next to Kelly and like hitting on her. And I mean, granted, he was being low key about it, but still, I didn't like it. My shackles were up. Yeah,
I think you mean your hackles.
Hackles. Thank you.
Shackles are like this.
Yeah.
Chained together.
I mean, yes. I don't know. I couldn't remember the phrase, and I've now used it like twice in the last 2 days. It's fine.
There you go. You're back.
I'm back.
You can just call people up and go, I meant hackles. Bye.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what? The fuck? What?
Side
of all
note,
the weird things you said when you called me, that's at the top of the list.
No, but I really felt like doing that one time, many times, when I figured out that nonplussed is not at all what you think it means. It's nonplussed is actually being quite upset and bothered about things. And
right.
I mean, everyone, this is why we all need a dictionary at home again. This is also why
we have them. They're called phones.
Yes, I'd rather have a book, Jeff. Fuck the phones. They're a problem.
Okay. I don't know. Well, there are no phone problems in this episode. How about that? Segue. Professional fucking segue. All right. So what happens in this episode? Um, Andrea has gone to visit Dylan for reasons. I feel like this episode had a lot of dialogue removed.
Maybe.
Like there were just things that they should have said out loud that they didn't, and then you're like, well, I guess that must have happened.
Right.
Because Andrea is visiting Dylan. He's reading Bukowski and talking about poetry and the road to excess leads to enlightenment or whatever the fuck. And he's like, yeah, everything's great. Thanks for coming to visit and bringing me poetry books, Andrea. Oh, someone's at the door. And oh, look, it's a letter saying I got to go to jail or something.
It's Mr. Landlord.
Yeah, exactly. What do you want? So Dylan's got to go to court now, and because they finally got around to charging him with a crime for I don't look. I'm not a fancy big city lawyer, but I don't think this is how it works. I don't think that you go that you wreck your car, you drive your car off a fucking cliff, cut, and then end up in a coma and fight for your soul and your dreams with an old altar boy and someone who was your brother. I don't think you do that and then get out of there and go to rehab for like half a Rolling Stones tour at minimum. And then you get out, you can go and yell at the FBI and then come home and then get charged with a crime. That feels like the opening credits to The Fugitive. Like, you're still doing this?
Yeah.
There's a lot that happened in between like the title screen and director of photography or whatever.
I mean, things do take a long time, but I feel like the order would have actually been he's in the hospital, he gets charged, and they're like, okay, whenever he wakes up, you let him know he's charged.
Right. And he's being remanded to rehab or whatever, but
Yeah.
he could have gone to jail first. Like there would have been a hearing.
Yeah.
Before they just were like, go ahead.
Yeah. They would
I
not
don't know.
wait for you to get clean first. They don't want you at your finest. They want you at your worst.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. It just the whole fucking thing is weird. Anyway, Dylan's got to go to court now, and at no point does Andrea say, "Hey, you should talk to Jesse, the lawyer in the family." But later, Dylan talks to Jesse. So, like, I feel like they cut that line. This is what I'm talking about.
Who's just willing to let this slide? He was just bitching, rightfully so, to Steve about like, you white guys get off easy, and it's like, Dylan also did something bad.
And Jesse, like here's where Jesse goes wrong. He says, you've got a couple of things on your in your favor here, Dylan. And the two things out of Jesse's mouth were not you are rich and you are white.
Yeah.
Like that's really all you had to say, Jesse. Like
Yeah.
you already yelled it at Steve last week or whenever 2 weeks ago, whenever that happened. And it must have been last week. No, 2 weeks ago, because we watched The Fugitive 2 weeks ago. Jesse had nothing to do with Mrs. Santa Claus. As far as I know.
Sadly.
I know. He coulda. It would have been all right.
She might have needed a lawyer.
She probably did. She was getting involved in, I mean, the fact that she didn't get arrested for any of the social business she was up to.
No kidding. They loved arresting women.
I know. Shekels for women.
No.
They would have brought it around. Shekels.
Claire has that on a shirt.
Oh, fucking Claire has that in her dresser drawer. Speaking of Claire, they're shooting promo videos inside the Peach Pit After Dark, which is coming soon. And apparently David and Claire are running this thing now.
Lord help us all.
It's the new year, so I guess we talked about it. That's another thing they didn't talk about on camera. They're just doing it. And Donna's like, hey, you're going to have live music? You know who I know? And she actually did say this part out loud, unlike Andrea, who was like, you need a lawyer? You know who I know? And so Andrea's like, I'll talk to Ray Pruitt. Can we book Ray Pruitt? And they're like, were you in the chill room? I mean, he's good and all, but like this whole place ain't the chill room. Um, and so she's like, hey, Ray, guess what I did? And Ray says, not for me. I don't want to. And she's like, I don't get it. And I agree with her. I don't get it. And he's like, I don't have. And David's like, it's not worth fighting with Donna over this. She's going to do it. Like, I dated her for 2.5 years or whatever. It was a
Yeah.
long time. And so there's a whole bunch of back and forth about whether Ray's going to play at the After Dark or not. And spoilers, he is. He just has stage fright. It's fine. He'll get over it. But he's all pissy with Donna for like forcing this on him, and she won't like stop. He's like, I don't want to. And she's like, okay, I understand. But also, what if you did anyway? And he's like, but I said that I didn't. And she's like, no, I get it. I don't understand. I get it. I respect your decision. But what if anyway? And I don't know. And this is another one where like later Claire comes in and she's like, hey, I hear that you have agreed to do this. And we missed the conversation where Donna lied again and told them he was going to do it.
Yeah, they definitely didn't have the conversation of like, oh yeah, Ray's fine with it now. We're doing it.
Yeah, no, because that's not true. Because it's a big fucking lie, Donna Martin. Speaking of lying, Val's back. She
From
from Buffalo,
Jamaica.
not from Buffalo. She went to Jamaica.
No tan.
And no tan. And for reasons, this upsets Kelly.
No.
Kelly
You know what? This is how we know Kelly has healed. She's like, this bitch again.
I know. But okay. Facts, Kelly has healed because I don't see any burns.
I still saw them, but I think
you did?
I think they're not hurting her anymore. And when you're not distracted by pain, you are suddenly aware of everyone who pisses you off, even though you're probably just as aware of them when you're in pain.
Okay.
Logic.
I do not understand why this bothers Kelly at all. Oh, this person who I don't like went to a different vacation spot than I thought?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you care, Kelly?
Why in God's name do you care about this? But
Mr.
boy,
Campbell,
does she.
Who cares?
Yeah. And Brandon is like, why are you mean to her? And she's like, because fuck her and her ass. And Brandon's like, this seems like an outsized reaction. I mean, like, she just went to Jamaica or whatever. It's like, you weren't in, like, it's not like you went to Buffalo and she didn't show up.
Yeah.
Like, if that had been the case, if Kelly had flown to Buffalo to visit Abby and the kids, whose names I don't remember, and Valerie was like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm in Jamaica now. And Kelly is like, but I packed my bag for Jamaica and I'm here now. And I can't.
Like, she had to have been packing for Jamaica and not Buffalo because those are completely different wardrobes.
They really are. What didn't we watch a movie where somebody had their ski equipment and they ended up in the tropics? Fuck.
I do not remember this.
I did. I just watched something recently and I cannot remember what. God damn it.
That might have been you with your family.
It might have been, but it felt like it was something for the After Dark. Fuck. It's real close to the edge of my brain and I'm not getting it. Man, that's irritating. Oh. It was a Fletch book.
Oh.
That's what it was. I was so close. It was Fletch 2, Too, Fletch also. He gets married and they go to Africa when they were supposed to go skiing in Switzerland. And so they show up in Africa with all of like their ski equipment and nothing else that is weather appropriate.
Oh, Lord.
So same thing. Val and Fletch, same.
Wow.
But Kelly's mad, like real mad. And then Val's like, oh, hey, when I was on vacation, could I borrow your notes for abnormal psych? And Kelly's like, look, I have taken 4 abnormal psych classes. How many have you taken? Not even this one in its entirety, because you don't show up to class. Sure I do. I just missed a couple. And she's like, fuck off. No notes for you, bitch. And Brandon's like, what? You would have given me or Donna the notes. And Kelly's like, yeah, but you guys don't suck.
In Kelly's defense,
Okay.
Val is
Hashtag Go Myers.
no. I mean, well, they're both a problem. Val has been a problem. Val is a shit stirrer. She absolutely, like, lied to everyone, got it under everyone's skin on purpose, and,
Mhm.
like, granted, Kelly doesn't know that Val wants Brandon. I don't even know if Val is still trying to get Brandon, but she
Right. I
certainly
don't know.
doesn't know that she tried seducing him in, that black bikini they had her in. Um, but all that to say, I mean, I don't think Kelly is right to be so suddenly like, and this bitch again.
I
Why is
know.
she here? Like, okay, calm down. But
It feels like we missed some conversations where Kelly was getting angrier and angrier at Valerie.
I mean, I hate to say it, but as someone whose hormones like to pick the closest person and suddenly want to fight them and rant about them, I get it.
Okay. Well, all right, Val, go fuck yourself.
And
You
I
went
think
to
her
Jamaica.
ovaries said, "Fuck this whore."
They something said it because it came out of her mouth.
Hey, yeah.
Um, she's real not happy about it. Um, speaking of people who aren't happy about stuff, Steve has to go and do his community service at an old folks home, and he's like, ugh. And he walks in and like he's greeted with I don't know, like a second line in the nursing home where they're like, there's a corpse just being taken out the front door and everybody's standing around to watch. And there's Milton Berle, Uncle Milty, Saul just standing there cracking jokes about the dead guy, which I get. I would too.
Yeah.
It's how we cope. Um, and Steve's like, "Oh, good to meet you. You're Saul. You were with you were on the Hartley House."
Of
And
course.
he's like, "Chucky, my boy." And he calls him Chucky for the whole episode, which low key is my favorite part of the whole episode.
No notes.
Yeah, it's great. And he's like, "No, I'm Steve." He's like, "I know who you are, Chucky. You're Samantha and Rush's kid. I liked your mom. Your dad's a dick."
Yeah.
And Steve's like, "Oh, we're best friends." He looks at him, Will Ferrell to John C. Riley, and said, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yeah.
And I think that they did. And so he's like, "I'm gonna, all right, peace out, Saul. Good to see you. I'm gonna go talk to this guy, get my bullshit signed off on, and I'm out." And he goes, and the guy's like, "You're a fucking asshole, but here anyway. They already gave me the $200." And Steve's getting ready to leave, and Saul's like, "Psst, Chucky, come here. I need some help." And he's like, "What's up, Saul?" And he's like, "Piss sheets." And
Ugh.
Steve's like, "Kinky?"
Ew.
And Saul's like, "No, not sexy piss, old man piss." Um, and he's like, "They're gonna put me in a diaper, Chucky. Don't let them do it." And Steve's like, "It's fine. I'll help. You know, my heartstrings have been tugged." Um, Also, Steve's like pee. I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know. Um, and so Steve takes him and he comes back and he brings the sheets and he says, "Hey, I'm going to work here because Saul. I'm going to do my whole 100 hours of community service." And everybody goes, "Good job doing the least."
Right.
And so Steve shows up to do his 100 hours spent only with Saul. Saul doing card tricks. Um, and Saul talking about chicken sandwiches. And Steve's gonna is like, "You know what we'll do, Saul? I'm gonna sign you out of here. We're gonna go get a mega burger tomorrow." And he's like, "Not a mega burger, chicken sandwich, Dijon, dill slices," which sounds delightful. No
Yeah.
notes on the sandwich choice. Good job, Uncle Milty. That sounds like a good sandwich. Um, and so Steve shows up the next day to take him, and Saul does not. Saul is agitated and does not remember. Steve does not remember agreeing to this outing. He's not sure what's happening. Thinks Steve's trying to steal his Emmy, which Steve would never. Still a baseball signed by the 27 Yankees, but not an Emmy. belonging to this old fart.
My God.
And that's when the nurse is like, he has Alzheimer's. Not Jewish Alzheimer's, like Saul said, which is where you forget everything except the guilt, which, solid borscht milk joke. Good work,
Yeah.
Saul. Um, and Steve's like, fuck, bummer. And I agreed to work these whole hours, and this guy didn't even remember who I am. This sucks. Like, now I'm talking to somebody else who's not famous. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't hate my dad. I ain't coming back. But then he's leaving, and Saul's like, Chucky, come on, let's go. I'm wearing my coat and hat and everything. I'm hot. I've been waiting for you. And Steve's like, this is confusing as fuck, but let's go get a chicken sandwich. So he takes him to the Peach Pit where they get him a chicken sandwich, and he meets everybody. Which, like, this is what we're calling the Color Me Bad booth, the Reese booth, the, like, whenever someone shows up and has to meet the gang, the
Yep.
Emily booth, like, they just bring them in. That this is where everybody sat anytime Nikki was around.
Yep.
Like, if you got to talk to the whole group, they're just going to sit right here. This is where the sorority meets. Um, and so everybody showed up on set that day to meet Milton Berle. So, which I get,
Sure.
apparently, Uncle Milty has done a lot of stuff with Aaron Spelling over the years. And I think this was Spelling just wanting to bring him on. And Uncle Milty saying, sure, what the fuck? What else am I doing? Measuring my penis? Takes me a long time to do that. It's big. Have you heard?
I don't have enough rulers.
Yardstick. Hard stick.
My God.
Nailed it. Um, so everybody meets him, and he does card tricks, and he flirts with Kelly, and everybody's charmed. And then he tries to do the card trick again because he's confused. And Claire says she likes a movie that he was in that he doesn't recall doing. And
Okay, which, like, that could totally happen
Hmm?
with or without the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I totally could.
Like,
It totally could.
yeah, the
I did
actors
the
talk
Love
all the
Boat
time.
once.
I know, actors talk all the time about, "Oh, and people quote this thing at me," and I'm like, did I say?" Like,
Yeah. Or it's like that deal where Gwyneth didn't know that she was in, like, Spider-Man 3 or something.
oh my God. Yeah.
Totally not her fault. The way they shoot those movies, like, they shot those scenes, she had no idea what they were for. She's like,
Well
"Some other movie, I suppose. They'll be
well,
put somewhere."
yeah, and, I mean, I would not, Gwyneth has not been talked about being a problematic secret keeper, so but I imagine it's just easier for Marvel to just shoot stuff and be like, "Great, we needed this thing. Thank you,
Yeah.
it's done."
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more likely that she didn't give a shit.
Oh,
Like, I
definitely,
have to
that
show up for
too.
this scene. I don't care what movie you put it in. Like, it doesn't make any difference to me at all. So I give her. There's a lot of Gwyneth stuff I ain't got time for. That's fine. You know,
Yes.
it's totally fine.
That is not
Um,
the problematic thing she has done.
no, it's not goop. Um, why don't you
Hating
aerate
ICs.
your vagina with s- lights and shit? I don't know. I don't know what you do on that
Yeah,
website.
selling product that has no business being sold.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, then he meets everybody. Steve takes him back, and things go in and out with Saul. Like, he has good moments, he has bad moments. This is what Alzheimer's is like. Um, he and Steve have a conversation where, Saul's like, I used to fight with my daughter, and then we made up, and then she died in a car wreck. So maybe make up with your dad.
Mhm.
And so Steve takes a lesson, which is good. And then never goes back to this nursing home. 100 hours done. Fuck off, Saul. Um, and, um, but you know who doesn't say fuck off? Val, because she's ready for her abnormal psych final, and Kelly's not there. Oh my word! So she runs to the payphone to call Kelly and wake her up. And Kelly, you should come and take the test that you studied so hard for, and went to all the classes that you care so much about. So Kelly goes and takes the test, and she's like, "I feel bad that I was a bitch and didn't let you have my notes." And Val's like, "Don't worry about it, but you owe me one." And it's like, ooh, I feel like this shit's gonna get called in at some point inconveniently. Um,
Except it's not like I don't know. I feel like if Val had caught Kelly starting a fire or stealing the answers to the test and covered for her, then Kelly would owe her. If someone got all ominous with like, "Oh, I'll collect for calling you in and make sure you got to this test," I'd be like, "No, you won't."
Right. Yeah.
Or like, "That's interesting and a funny thing to say. I don't think I will agree to this because I
Right.
did nothing wrong.
Yeah. I just overslept. I mean, I owe you one in like a friendly kind of way.
I owe you a coffee
Right. Yeah.
with maybe a pastry.
Yeah.
I owe you, you know what? If this was college me, I would have been like, "What's your favorite dessert? I'll bake it."
There you go.
There you go.
This is in the second Treehouse of Horrors where they take out they're doing a Frankenstein and they use Homer's brain and it makes like a super lazy um uh a robot monster and uh they then they take the brain out and they put it back in Homer or whatever they're doing. And it works. Mr. Burns is doing the stitching and Homer's going ow, 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 ow. And Smithers is like, "Look at that, Mr. Burns, it works." And he goes, "How about that, Smithers? Looks like I owe you a Coke." It's that level. Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, I owe you a Coke. But Val's like, "No, you owe me
your
your
firstborn.
soul." Yeah, it's a lot.
Sign away your voice to me.
Mm. Oh, is that
Yes,
lovely?
singing to
The note that I hit.
me. You did it.
I'm the best at
You got to do
singing.
the body roll with it as it comes out of you. Yes. Thank you for letting me be Ursula.
No problem. Hashtag CHAG. That's right. Um, Dylan goes to court and gets a slap on the wrist. Big fucking shock. He's going to lose his driver's license for a couple of months, which is going to. The only reason that happens is so the next week's episode can happen. Just FYI.
Oh no.
Remember when I told you that he and Brandon go on a road trip? This is
This
it.
is why.
This is why.
They're gonna go find Kevin and Suzanne and Erica.
Oh, you're a little ahead of yourself.
They're gonna bike all the way to Brazil.
There you go. We've seen fucking
Easy Rider?
Easy Rider. The only thing that kept coming into my head was Born to Run. And
Yep.
I'm like, that's not right. It's Born to be Wild.
Yep.
And it's an Easy Rider. And that was a problem happening in my brain just now.
Yay, we all make mistakes. Shackles versus Hackles. Born to Run versus Born to be Wild.
Yeah. The only thing in my favor is that I knew it was wrong before I said it, so I stopped and tried to figure it out. And you're just like, Shackles, fuck it. I love it.
I am not perfect.
Not even Mary Poppins was perfect, practically perfect.
It's true.
So,
But she does have me beat.
Well, because she has that bag.
That and her, I never explained anything.
Yeah. And she can slide up a banister. So, not just grind on one, assuming.
Oh my God.
I don't know what you're up to.
Wow. I don't have a banister.
Oh, fair. You think I can afford a banister?
You think I can afford to put, that's the only pole I've got and it's on a counter. So.
Yeah, and it's load bearing.
Yeah.
It's tough. But anyway, Dylan gets a slap on the wrist and he tries to pretend with Jesse for a second that he's like going to prison or something. But we all know it's not true. Rich white guy. And you know what else is happening? Andrea's doing the laundry again. And you know who she meets? She sees Peter there, med student Peter. They have a little conversation about her throwing away his phone number. And she's like, "I don't know how you knew that, but okay, weird." And he's like, "Well, I will give you my number again." And she doesn't ask for it because Hannah starts crying. But then, as babies do, Hannah got sick and they had to take her to the emergency room. And guess who was the doctor? Peter. And he's like, "Oh, and you're married to a non-white." Weird.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I might have added that layer to
I
the
think you did.
conversation. I
Peter
might have.
made no such accusation.
No, Peter's like just unhappy with marriage, not Hispanics
Yeah.
or people who aren't white. And what Peter what Peter experiences in this moment is not an obstacle. It is an opportunity
Yep.
because he's like, "Hey, I'm also married and not happy in my marriage, just like you, or you wouldn't have been flirting with me at the laundromat." Um, Dr. Horrible sing along blog. Um,
Yep.
we do the
Laundry
weird
day.
stuff. Um, and the so I don't know. I think they're probably gonna fuck. That's what I think. What do you think? You think they're gonna bone?
No. I I think at most they'll get coffee, which would be silly, but then again, no one's perfect, and, Andrea, I get it.
Yeah. You like that floppy hair that Peter's got?
It's I mean,
It's
ha
very 90s.
he is attractive, and yeah, the hair is very 90s.
Mhm.
It's I mean, I think I think she's gonna get tempted and think about like, "Oh, I just want a friend. I just want a friend outside of this so I can get a break." Because of course, everyone wants breaks. Everyone
Yeah.
likes to step outside their lives a little bit, except it's gonna get murky. So,
Mhm. And not for nothing, it's important to have a life and friends outside of your partner.
but of course, I don't know how it is for you, but I know like when you're a woman, it's at some point it's just hard to it's hard to make new friendships with well, with anyone, but also,
Mhm.
like, with men
Right.
because they see you being taken as an opportunity.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, mere challenge?"
Challenge.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Audra is gonna have to have the lesson of, like, not that you can't be friends. I have plenty of friends who are dudes and not trying to break up my relationship, but,
Right.
like, they are established friendships, and she
Right.
has those.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Jesse's not like, "Yo, you're gonna make out with Brandon," even though you did offer to buy him a carousel once.
Also, she would be starting a friendship with someone who started out by what they both started out by
Mhm.
try with flirting. Again, not a problem, except it could get in the way because someone might continue the flirtation.
Right.
You might respond as well because I mean, flirting just happens
Mhm.
sometimes. Like,
With every cashier.
okay.
I I just Laura's like, "You flirt with everybody," and I'm like, "Do I?" I think I'm just, like, chatting, but,
Hi. Yeah.
you know.
Same. Yeah. I'm just chatting. It's
Mhm.
called being from the Midwest, maybe. Um, also wanting to be funny. No, but I think the
And
bigger
horny, like, just perpetually horny.
well, that's you. Um
The royal we. I don't know.
I would love it if that was my problem. Um, maybe. Anyway, I think the bigger issue with their friendship here is the fact that he has made it very clear now he is unhappy in his marriage.
Yeah, he's in this for something else.
And like Andrea loves Jesse. She
Mhm.
loves Hannah. Is everything really challenging right now in ways that she wasn't expecting? Absolutely.
Of course it
But
is, yeah.
she loves him. If this was happening, like the scene after Jesse accused her of turning Hannah against Christmas,
Right.
good luck, Jesse. You may lose your woman.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, we have seen that they are in a bumpy patch, you know?
and
So
that is the that can be the actually it doesn't have to be the road to cheating. Things can be perfectly fine and think I
true.
mean, like Dawson Leary's mom. She was happy and her life was perfect and she wanted to fuck it up.
Mm,
It happens.
yep. Whenever
But
I
I
have a
really
problem, I like to throw a Molotov cocktail at it, then I have a different problem.
I do remember that quote.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I will be I mean, I don't know. I'm at a point right now where I'm just like, yeah, show me the mess. You know, I don't see Andrea as cheating, but I don't know, she's a very unique character, and she would be one of the more interesting ones to watch cheat or get
Mm,
close to it because I like her better than everyone else.
right. Yeah. I will say this. Um, Andrea's maybe looking like her hottest ever.
Okay, I don't understand the gussying up of Andrea this season,
Mm,
and I wouldn't have a problem with it if they weren't making her blonder.
sure. I don't,
I'm
it's
I'm
it
sorry to come off as such a blonde hater on this show, I really am, there are deeper problems there, but, like,
right.
if if I don't know, it feels weird and wrong. It just feels like they're trying to change this character, like, once again, the show showing us that we don't trust brunettes. So we're gonna take the one brunette that we know no one has a problem with on this show and make her blonder because we wanna make sure she's safe and we want her to be seen as safe and good. It's just odd, and it also doesn't fit with Andrea's character because she's very well, she seems to be proud of her Jewish background. And
Mm,
not that there aren't blonde Jewish people, but she is not one of them.
yeah. I don't know. People in LA get their hair dyed.
I know, but it just I don't know. It feels like them changing her, and it also doesn't really fit with a new mom. Not that she has to look a mess, she doesn't. But like
No, she looks better as a mom with a 6-year-old or 6-month-old than she did, like, prior.
that's that's the thing. I'm like, why the sudden gussying up of Andrea? Like, oh, she's a mom now, so we need it. Like, we can't have her being a mess the whole time. Like, sure, but it just feels weird.
Yeah. I think one thing that we know about moms on this show is that moms are DTF because, like, Cindy had Glenn, Jackie is Jackie, Felice was having an affair. Like, and now that Andrea's a mom, she's got to get, ready to get plowed. Like, that's how that works.
Except that is not Andrea's that's not her go-to in life. That is not what that is not her ambition. She has so many other ambitions. And again, like eh,
Like carousel owner.
there you go.
Yeah.
Carousel Barker.
Huh. Um,
Yeah, I wish I could explain it better, but it all just feels weird and doesn't make sense for the character. It doesn't make sense for new mom who's pre-med.
mhm. Well, I think that we've mentioned this before, but Gabby has said repeatedly, um, they didn't know how to write for my character after I had the baby.
Very clear.
Yeah. So you're just seeing what she felt, you know?
And I hate that for her because there are
Yeah.
so many opportunity. I mean, again, talk about conversations not being had. Like you could easily have throw in a conversation where Andrea is talking to Donna or Kelly and like, I just I don't feel like me anymore after this baby. I feel like my body is not my own. I want to feel like me again or I want to feel good for me. And maybe they teach her, here's some easy at-home things. We're going to
Mhm.
let's color your hair. We're going to do something like that would have been a beautiful moment to write in like, "Hey, we're gonna teach you how to dye your hair at home so it doesn't cost any money. It's really easy. We'll give you a ladies' day. And then
Look,
here's some easy makeup techniques."
they could I mean, that is 90210 surface level bullshit that they could have done for sure.
Yeah.
They could have done a storyline where she is dealing with postpartum in some way.
Yes.
Now, and I was in college when this happened. I didn't have any experience with like pregnant women or postpartum women. I no knowledge. So I don't know how um understood that was
Yeah.
in 1994. I just don't know. Like they probably, you have the baby blues was probably what they called it or
Yeah.
something. Um and so I'm sure that it was, as with all women's health issues, completely downplayed as like not a real problem.
Yep.
But I think there was probably something out there where you could have done something. I don't think it's reasonable to say they could have done like a really in-depth thing on postpartum depression. in 1994 because that's just not where society was. Like we weren't talking about it in the same way we're talking about it now, um, for good or for ill. Like we weren't over medicating people, but we also were kind of ignoring it. And, there's all that
But
stuff going on.
yeah. But I just think like I said, I think there are many other things they could have touched on for her, like juggling being in a marriage and a mom and pre-med.
Hmm.
It's rife with possibilities.
It's a lot. And it's a lot. Like, you could, I don't know. Andrea just hasn't gotten enough. Like, what we could, conversations not seen, we could be watching Andrea have a fucking breakdown right now. And we
Yes.
just don't know it because she's barely been on the show.
Yeah.
She gets these little things, and most of her things are reacting to other people's things, or they're dealing with Jesse being Catholic.
Yeah.
And like, man, there's a lot of fucking holidays, and they
Yeah.
all seem to be about Jesus
Yep.
at the end of the year, even though, like, did they do anything at all for Rosh Hashanah?
I don't believe so.
That's fucking nuts because the entire month of October is Jewish holiday season.
No, the whole
And
fall. Yeah.
yeah,
They did
one holiday after
nothing.
another. And they ignored all of those and just talked about the ones
Halloween.
that Jesse was interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have, I don't know. They, they could have had Jesse sitting in the back of Temple going, "Hmm,
Yeah.
I don't like any of this, and this is itchy."
Yeah.
Like, he could have been having just a big old pout fest about being in Jewish services too.
Do they give Gentiles a yarmulke?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So
Yeah.
every man has to cover their
I,
head for
I mean,
God.
I think it probably depends on. It's like going to any church. Like the way they treat the rules varies probably church to church.
Oh,
More
interesting.
orthodox versus less orthodox versus whatever. Like there were Catholic churches that do things this way and to do things slightly. But I stood up in a mixed faith marriage, a wedding,
Mm,
and did a reading. I had to like read in Hebrew. I just had to memorize it, and I did. I did a good
nice.
job. I've forgotten it since. It's been a long time. But yeah, no, I had to have a kippah on, and we went to like Laura used to work at an Orthodox Jewish school, so we went to a wedding of one of her colleagues.
Hmm.
And an Orthodox wedding is it's fascinating. It's a very different kind of ceremony. They do a lot of um like there's this thing, as I understand it, where like like guests are kind of supposed to entertain the bride and groom.
Oh,
And so there was somebody in like a full head to toe bunny outfit. Like there's like costumes and shit. Like people just like they're just doing stuff to
that's fun.
yeah, like I don't understand all of the rules, but there was like a full ass like the Tricks bunny was there. Um
Nice.
yeah, doing things to make the bride and groom laugh and have a good time. So I don't know, it was fun. But yes, they have like loners that you can,
Oh,
yeah. Um
you called yours a different thing. Did I use
A
the wrong
keepa.
word?
No, I think both words are used.
Oh, okay. I just
Yarmulke,
want to make
keepa.
sure.
Yep. No, I don't know why. I don't know in what circumstance one is used over another term, but they both
Ah,
describe the same thing.
awesome.
So yeah,
The more you know.
yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, but I would have liked to have seen Grumpy Jesse, like just
Oh,
sitting in the back of Temple. Yeah,
you're
that
turning
would have
Hannah
been.
against Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah, come on, ridiculous.
I know.
Um, And let's see, did we cover everything that happens in this episode? I think we did.
Pretty much.
Um, all right. So what was this episode really about?
Oh, how soon we forget that Val can't be trusted.
Mm.
These kids don't need to be in business. We forget about Peter. I forgot about Peter. Um, he popped up and was like, this guy.
Right. Look at this guy. The laundry guy's back.
um, if we're lucky, we forget we're sick.
Yeah.
Um, it's I mean, chronically ill, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, yay, forgot about," or you don't remember you're sick until you're sick, and then you're like, "Ah, fuck, forgot that
Right. Yeah.
food's out to get me." And then also how soon we forget that Ray doesn't wanna perform.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Or, like, and also to add to that, Jesse forgetting, like, you just schooled one white privileged asshole on all that, and now you're gonna let Dylan get away with it? Like, no. One is not as bad as the other, but they still need a lesson. But again,
Also,
not Jesse's job.
no, well, but he is the only lawyer in town. So it might
He's the
legitimately be his job. He's the only lawyer we know. And this guy over here is the only doctor.
Oh, no!
Except for Dr. John Martin, but you're not taking
What happened to Nursey?
no shit. Oh, wow. She's trapped in a parachute.
Fired.
Yeah. She had a baby. She's a mom. So she's probably having sex with doctors or whatever. She's probably unhappy.
Oh my god.
She's blonde now. Whatever happens when you have
All
a
dolled
baby.
up, nowhere to go with the baby.
Yep. Look, I have seen here's what I know Nursey's doing for a fact on Instagram, wearing the largest boots on the planet in every picture.
Okay.
Go look up Kate Beckinsale's Instagram. She has these knee-high leather boots that are like platformed like this, and she's wearing them in like every picture. It doesn't matter what she's doing. It's like, oh, there are those boots again.
Yep.
Yep, they're her favorite. So that's what Nursey's up to. There's things I know. Something that you just mentioned about Dylan and Steve and Jesse and those conversations. I think there's such a massive difference in the way Steve reacts versus how Dylan reacts to the fact that they both broke the law.
Yeah.
And Steve is like, "Get me out of it," and Dylan's like, "Murder me." Like
Put me in front
these,
of a firing squad. I don't care.
yeah. I know I got a parking ticket, but I should probably be shot in the kneecap. Like I don't know. These two rich white guys have very different responses to when they do something wrong.
Well,
It's
Dylan likes pain and Steve doesn't. So,
Dylan doesn't think he deserves anything, and Steve feels like he deserves everything. And maybe that's why Jesse didn't like. Maybe Jesse's like, I got a different problem to deal with this guy. Like, it's not that he wants to use his privilege, it's that he like refuses to use his privilege, and it's really weird.
yeah, and like it's really not going to benefit you to get the book thrown at you, buddy. Like
No,
this I don't know, this judicial self-harm you're doing is not going to solve your problems.
it's not. No, you already did that. You went to rehab for a day and a half. You get
You know
wear a
what it
baseball hat.
is? I, at least with Dylan's character, because I always get really annoyed. Like, we just saw this on Bridgerton. People keeping,
Butts.
no, well, that too. Um, but like people keeping in information because they're like, if I'm just honest, maybe it'll work in my favor, or like maybe I serve a little time. Like, no, things are gonna get fucked up for you. Like,
Right.
don't use protection. Just get the protection. Use your like take take what is given to you, what is offered to you.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's not like you killed anybody. You just almost killed yourself. So
If if Dylan had been, I don't know, driving around his friends, if this had been in high school, or I mean, they are in college, so they're still young. But like if he had been driving any of them around or on a busy highway or something, then like, yeah, you endangered a lot of people. But in this
mhm,
case, you only endangered yourself because you were on top of a hill.
right. But we should point out that again, there are just no fucking consequences for anything these people do.
No, of course not.
Just keep on. Go ahead, Dylan. It's fine.
This isn't Orange is the New Black where everyone has to stay there.
Yeah, you get to go to jail forever.
Yeah.
At least until we're canceled.
Let's watch how the system plans to keep you here.
That's right. Look, they need those bed counts. I think this episode is about a couple of things. helping isn't worth it. It just isn't. Like Val helped Kelly, and what did she get? Like she get like some weak ass IOU. Donna is trying to help Ray, and she just got told over and over again, "Don't help me. Don't do this." Uh, Jesse helping Dylan, like like what did you get out of that, Jesse? You got another rich white guy out of jail. Good job. Um, Steve helping Saul. What did he get? Sad. It's not worth it. But I'll tell you what else this episode is about. Helping is totally worth it.
Oh,
Because now Kelly owes Val, and Ray might get over his stage fright, and Dylan doesn't go to prison forever, and Steve learned something from Saul. So maybe helping is totally worth it.
I had something similar to that in like what we do and don't owe each other.
Ah,
Because Kelly doesn't owe Val her notes.
nope.
She just doesn't. But she didn't have to make a big deal out of it. She could have just said, I'm really not comfortable with this. No,
Yep. I know you haven't seen Rocky 3,
no.
which you should. Everybody should. We'll probably have to watch it at some point. But there's a whole scene where Paulie is drunk and pissed off. Um, he's mad that now that Rocky's like the champ, he's like, giving everybody a job and all this stuff. And he's like, "What'd you give me? This lousy X-Lax watch?" And like they're having a big fight, and he bails Paulie out of jail because like Paulie he broke a Rocky pinball machine with a bottle of booze. Like he was drunk and pissed off and shattered it. "Ah!" And he's like yelling at Rocky, and he's like, friends owe. And he's like, friends don't owe. Friends do because they want to do.
Yeah,
So this is the Paulie and Rocky conversation. Friends
yeah.
owe.
Uh, yeah, and I also wrote, like, she doesn't owe anything more than gratitude for the call. Like, hey, thanks for being a decent person.
Mhm.
I'll get you coffee and a bagel or a
Mhm.
pastry from whatever the Cal Uni Union
Yeah.
coffee shop.
Looks like I owe you a Coke.
Dylan owes thanks to Jesse, and he
Mm-hmm.
also owes, he must do time for what he did.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. And Steve owes the community for existing.
Yeah. And look, for the house you burned down and for all of the other shit that you've done that you did not have to pay for in any way, shape, or form, um, consequence, please.
Yeah.
Um, there's also a lot of people helping people who can't or won't help them.
Mm,
It's all about help this episode. Val helps out Kelly even after Kelly's like,
fuck off.
"Yep." Steve helps Saul even though like Saul cannot help you in any way. This is just an old sick dude. Um, I mean, maybe I'll leave you as Emmy. Um,
It's someone who likes him.
yeah, yeah. Someone who the enemy of my enemy is my friend is what's like. Oh, you
Yep.
hate Rush? Me too.
Yeah.
We're buddies. Um, Donna helps Ray, even though Ray can't help her in this circumstance. He can just play songs on her porch that you'll never get to hear. And Jesse helps Dylan. Dylan can't help Jesse in any way,
Yeah.
but Jesse's helping him. It's not like Dylan can go to Jesse and be like, "Hey, watch out um, for Peter."
Well, and I was just thinking too in terms of what we do and don't owe each other. Andrea doesn't owe Peter an explanation for what happened to, like, why she didn't call him.
Right. And she
You know?
doesn't try to give him one either. Like
No, but
she gets bailed
only
out by the baby, but
I was gonna say, she only does it she gets saved by the baby.
yeah.
Um, and, like, I mean, I'm glad they have the conversation that they do. They they don't owe each other that, but it certainly helps. It makes
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know about for him because he seems pretty drawn to her either way, but I think it helps her a little bit in, like, although then again, I don't think she's really been wondering about Peter very much. Like,
No, I
but
think she
again,
did for a minute, but then she threw his. Remember when she didn't light it on fire?
yes.
Dummy.
I mean, Jesse's not checking the trash. I don't know.
I know he should be.
Like,
I
he
wouldn't
he
trust him.
notes the look between them, but thankfully they don't make a thing about it. He's just like, "Oh, you two know each other?" Like,
Yeah, he noticed that Yvette and Mrs. White flinched. Oh, I didn't realize you knew each other. Yeah.
dumb. the chord when they
I
meet
know.
is
I
great.
know. It's so funny. Um, Anything else this episode might really have been about?
No.
Did you notice, uh, or maybe this was edited out. Did you see any of the TV that Saul was watching? Did you see his daytime?
No!
Saul watched, he was watching Regis and Kathy Lee back when it was Regis and Kathy Lee.
Wow.
And then he was watching the Mary Lou Henner talk show,
Of
which
course.
was a mid-90s thing that existed. Yeah, so we had some TV talk on there. There was also a reference to Playhouse 90,
Oh, yes.
um, when that's what Saul won his Emmy for. And so I went back and looked because I was pretty sure that there was a spelling connection. Aaron Spelling did write one episode of Playhouse 90, which I sent you the link to. I haven't watched it, but Milton Berle is not in it. But I do think that they knew each other from that time period, early TV. Um, and that's where they got connected and why he kept coming and doing spelling programs.
Did Milton Berle have an actual Emmy, or did they just give?
I don't
Because I
know if
know he won one for this, right?
no, he was nominated for this. It was the only nomination that the show ever got. Um, but I don't know. Let's see if I think oh yeah, he won 2 Primetime Emmys. Oh, he got a Lifetime Achievement Award. He was a nominee for this. He was a winner for special presentation for something in 1979 called Mr. Television, which I think was a special. He was nominated for Outstanding Single Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in the Dick Powell Theater for the episode Doyle Against the House.
Okay.
And he was a 1950 Primetime Emmy winner, Most Outstanding Kinescope Personality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did have one.
Yeah. He had 2 Emmys
And
and
I
2 other nominations.
I only ask because there's a superstition about, like, if you've never won an award, don't hold. Maybe it's just Oscars, but they're like, don't ever hold an Oscar if you haven't won one or if you have
Huh,
any desire, because, like, I don't know. That
interesting.
I it's a silly, silly thing. So when he's cradling it, I'm like, I really hope that's his Emmy.
Yeah. I bet. You know what it might have been?
Oh, probably. Like,
I'll just bring my Emmy. It's fine.
you don't see people holding these awards ever, is my other thing. Like, you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
might see them used, or,
Mhm.
like, on display, but you never see people actually hold them unless it's at
Right.
an award. I know. I couldn't help it. I know it was a tough moment, but when she gives it to him and he's cradling it, I was like, "I'm sorry, that's funny."
Yeah. Also, because those things are pointy.
Yeah, you'll poke your eye out, kid.
Yeah. I don't think you give old people pointy things if they can't be trusted with them.
You do if they're yelling.
You think so?
Listen, if my parents are yelling at me in the future, I'll be like, "Fine. If you hurt yourself, you hurt yourself."
Oh, there you go. Okay. That is a weird way to go about that, but you do you. All right, let's check in on Val's trauma response. Uh, this week, in response to her trauma, Val could not go back to Buffalo, which totally makes sense.
Yes.
I get it. She stayed extra long on vacation. Trauma response. Needing Kelly's notes, probably a trauma response. Calling Kelly when she overslept, definitely a trauma response.
Okay.
Because she's like, Kelly won't love me if I don't help her.
Oh my
So
god.
I have to help her. And also now she has Kelly owe her one, which is clearly a trauma response. So I know everything she does. It's a lot. What did this episode make you nostalgic for?
2 things, and
Okay.
one of them I only just thought of. So, because at the risk of repeating, did I tell you the time that I sold my notes for costuming?
No.
Oh, so, in costuming, which at my college or at IU was an 8 AM class, and, 8 AM classes are notorious for no one shows up.
Yeah.
Not this kid. I
So
always showed up. I'm an early bird and I'm determined and I want everyone to like me. So
that's
I
right.
showed up.
I get it.
Um, and by the end of the semester, everyone knew that. And then people are asking me for my notes. And I realized I could charge them. Um, so yeah, I made a little money off of selling my notes to people. And as it got closer and closer to the final, people asked, upcharge, baby.
That's right.
And that's the one time I've been good at business.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Way to break the rules unethically. I like it.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I'll also go with sharing notes in college. Uh, I had a class in because I was a poli sci major in political philosophy or political theory,
Oh.
and it was a class that had a shit ton of reading, and we were reading like lots of philosophy, Hobbes and Locke and Descartes and all that kind of stuff. And I was in class with one other person that I knew, and the class was a snoozer. And you got almost nothing from being in the class because most of it was like you have to do the reading, you have to do the prompts, like just to understand what it is. I went to every class until midterms, and I got like a B plus on the midterm, and it was a Tuesday Thursday class. Second half of the semester, I went to the Tuesday classes, he went to the Thursday classes, and we swapped notes.
Mm.
We both did better on the final when we didn't go to class all the time than we did when we were there every time. So I don't know.
I mean, I definitely relaxed a bit more as college went on, and I realized, 1, you don't have time to read every single thing that they give you.
Right.
And then 2, sometimes you really do need a break.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was good. I say
Yeah.
this hour and a half is not doing me any good. It's just boring me. Like, and I get it. I understand the material. Like, I don't
Yeah.
need to be there. So we just swapped notes, and it worked out pretty well.
Nice.
All right. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
It's that bastard Alzheimer's. He's the worst.
It does suck. Yeah, it really does. As someone who has lived through it with a family member, it's awful. It's
Yeah.
there's nothing to say about it that's not it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, worst person of the episode is that fucker of a disease.
Yep.
Agreed. All right, so I think we did it.
We did.
All right, so join us here on Friday Cheesemeisters when, in honor of Uncle Milty himself, we are going to watch It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, which should be fun. It's a long movie, but it's a comedy, it's a chase, and there's all sorts of things that happen.
Oh
So
boy.
we'll watch that, and then join us here next Wednesday when we watch season 5, episode 17, Sweating It Out.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
it go back to cardio funk?
No, that's different. It's a different reason, and different people sweat,
Oh. Ugh.
but there is sweating involved. So yeah,
Okay.
and I have a thought for a movie we might watch. We'll see. We can talk about it.
All right.
Um, yeah, but until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye.
Bye.